News tonight about Andrew McCabe. Let's start there and work our way back.
What we know tonight is that FBI Director Christopher Wray went Sunday and reviewed the 4-page FISA memo. The very next day, Andrew McCabe was asked to resign. Remember, Sean, he was planning on resigning in March. That already came out in December. This time, they asked him to go right away. You're not coming into the office. I heard reports he didn't even come in for the morning meeting, that he didn't show up.
A source of mine told me tonight that when Wray read this, it shocked him to his core.
Shocked him to his core. And not only that, the Inspector General's report, I have been told tonight by a number of sources.
1.2 million pages already handed over to Congress.
Correct, 1.2 million pages. But there's indicators right now that McCabe may have asked FBI agents to actually change their 302s. Those are the interviews with witnesses. So basically, every time an FBI agent interviews a witness, they have to go back and file a report.
Change it, that would be what? Obstruction of justice and against the law.
Exactly. Obstruction of justice. This is something that the Inspector General is investigating. If that is the case, if this is true, and not just alleged, if this is true, McCabe will be fired. I heard they are considering firing him within the next few days if this turns out to be true.
Sebastian, as you take all of this in, as you absorb all of this, it's kind of, for some, it's hard to believe. But now the evidence has been mounting and mounting and mounting, and one smoking gun after another. It's incontrovertible at this point.
It is, but it has to be put in the context of the history of our great nation. Remember, why was America created? It was created because of the usurpation of power, the capricious usurpation by a leader thousands of miles away. That's why America was created. It was about tea tax. It was about stationing troops on private property without permission. This is 100 times bigger. This is our government spying on political adversaries. This is federal law enforcement officials obstructing justice. You listed all the things Clinton did and all the things her team did. But let's not forget, the FBI destroyed the laptops that were part of the Clinton investigation. Who gave that order?
Hey, who has an exoneration before an investigation?
Right.
The fix it because they wanted Hillary to remain. All right, Judge, let me go to you. You're great on the law. I know you've been very passionate on your own show on this. Let's break this down.
All right. You know, what we're seeing here, Sean, is what we would expect to see in a third world country, where a political party is using their justice system to not only surveil individuals, but to change the course of a presidential election. This is not just, you know, some case where people are, you know, playing around with statements, trying to get them to change statements. This is about changing the course of American history by using the most powerful weapon that we have in the justice system, the federal anyway, the FBI. I have been saying from the beginning, Sean, this guy McCabe needs to be taken out in cuffs. They should not be paid by the American people. He shouldn't be able to dictate when he's going to leave. And by the way, I have to say one thing. You know, Sean, you just said that Christopher Wray was shocked when he read that 4-page memo. You know what? How could he be shocked? He's the head of the FBI. Everything that you and I have seen that we've been talking about for the last year has been something that has been corroborated factually. And now all of a sudden he's shocked? Why are they shocked on the day before the public is going to get to see this information? Assuming the president lets it out. They knew about it, and now they're caught with their hands in the cookie jar, and now they have to say, oh, we're going to make McCabe go, and maybe more charges.
Listen, the reason that this will be coming out, and I'm glad that the White House told me tonight that they will be deliberative, that they're taking it seriously, they're not rushing out with it. Obviously, the State of the Union tomorrow, I'm hoping we'd see this by Wednesday night or Thursday. But they're doing the right thing, because this is not a game. We are talking about people's lives. We're talking about potential crimes. We're talking about people being charged, going to jail. But more importantly, and the scary part of this, and I'll throw this to Sara for more information, is that we have now weaponize the powerful tools of intelligence. FISA is important because that means that's our government spying on citizens. And if Hillary's bought and paid for dossier was the foundation to do this, wow.
And it was a very shoddy foundation.
To influence a presidential election.
A duly elected president of the United States voted for by the people of this country. Sean, this is bigger than anything anybody can imagine.
And when you say that, this makes Watergate like stealing a Snickers bar from a drugstore.
Absolutely. And think about this. This is why there were so many whistleblowers, Sean. Not even just the whistleblowers that were going to the Inspector General, to the House Intelligence Committee. But think about this. The Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court chided the Obama administration. We broke those stories last year. Remember that?
Of course.
We
This has
broke
been a year.
They chided the Obama administration for violating the laws.
Yes.
And this is where it all started.
Yeah, Dr. Barker.
There's a very special reason why America doesn't have an internal security service. We don't have a KGB. We don't even have an MI5. Think about that. A lot of people after 9/11 said, we need to have an internal security service to spy on Americans. And we said, no, it's un-American. What have we just heard? That the Obama administration used the intelligence community for political purposes.
And with a bought and paid for opposition dossier of lies. All right, you get the last word tonight, Judge Janine.
You know, one of the things that we have to worry about going forward is, as the evidence is out there, and my hat is off to Sarah Carter, to the Hill, John Solomon, all those guys, but we need a prosecutor in the Justice Department. We need a prosecutor in that Justice Department, not Rod Rosenstein, who right now is in the middle of all this,
Judge,
and in the middle of
we need a special counsel. We need it yesterday. We need it appointed.
So what is everyone waiting for, Sean?
I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know. It's a scary night, but there's going to be a lot of news all week long. We are part of a small group of people. I'll add John Solomon. I'll add Greg Jarrett. I'll add Tom Fitton. I'll add Joe DeGeneva and Victoria Tunsing. Anybody I'm missing?
Chris Farrell.
Chris Farrell.
And I will say Freedom Caucus members and some others. Not a lot of them. Ron DeSantis, Mark Meadows, Jim Jordan.
Right.
Sad. The media's been lying to you. We've caught them.